Hello, everyone. Lex is coming. Muhammad, not on this channel. Though, we're probably going to make a second channel and re-upload them there. It's just taking a while because a lot of the earlier videos, I don't actually have saved on a hard drive, so we have to re-download them from YouTube. And for anyone who hasn't done that, YouTube has a download like throttle to where it only downloads 200 kilobits a second, which means most of our videos take over an hour to download one of them. So uploading them on a different channel, but it's taking a hot minute. And hello Maddie and hello Ren. You okay?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So I think the game plan tonight is to Aw, man. Well, that means a lot, Muhammad. I appreciate that.
Okay.
There you are.
I'm coming. I'm here. I'm sorry.
Game plan tonight is to actually go through. We'll answer some comments, just kind of figure out what we want to read next. Maybe we'll start reading something. Who knows? Just kind of a transitional night, I guess.
Oh,
Just hanging out.
well, I had that idea about maybe doing the excuse me, soda. Sorry.
Mm.
The character alignment or the character tier thing,
Oh, yeah.
just for something fun to do.
I thought you were going to say the character description ones, because I know we talked about that, but I think those would be much better done as a video.
Videos. Yeah.
And hello, Hufflepuff is cool. Hufflepuff is cool. Long time no see. How you been?
Right? Yeah. It's been a hot minute. Oh.
You okay?
I just took the world's fastest shower. Oh. I'm relaxing.
Not much, Galaxy. What is up with you?
I'm torn between this and about a video about making your own instruments, but I'm here. Looking forward to what's next. Ooh. We also have our
I don't know if we can live up to making your own instruments, though.
yeah, that's pretty cool. We also have the Harry Potter ring theory videos.
Yeah.
That are still in progress.
Oh, geez, Hufflepuff. I am so sorry. Feel better soon.
Yeah, that's rough.
You know, I've known a lot of people who got COVID this past week. Kind of weird. It's like it's all at once, just springing back up. So really hope you feel better, man. Or gal. Oh, okay, Pip. So I'll repeat it. Yes, they will be back. So we're basically just gonna upload them on another channel where we don't care if it gets taken down. The only thing is, a lot of the earlier videos, we didn't care enough to actually save those to an external hard drive. So I have to re-download them off of YouTube, which, for anyone who hasn't downloaded off of YouTube, YouTube actually throttles the downloads so they can save bandwidth. So it takes like over an hour for me to download one video. So we have to download those videos and then also the time to upload them. So working on it, just gonna take a minute. We kind of know what we're gonna do now. And then obviously, you know, we're still looking into getting like a legit audiobook. But other than that,
Sorry, I was talking to Katie about the Queen.
oh yes, condolences to our UK viewership. That's true, Maddie. Some still have videos out. That doesn't mean that they didn't have a video or two taken down, because it was actually only 2 videos of ours were removed from YouTube. The only thing is, you can only take 3 strikes before your channel's taken down. So that's why we took those down, because we didn't want any other strikes to come in.
And then you guys would be like, where did the channel go?
Yeah.
And then we'd have to start from scratch all over again. Ugh.
So
Anyway.
that's why everything is gone. We just didn't want to get that 3rd strike and lose the channel completely. Oh, good thinking, Galaxy.
Right? They downloaded everything. That's smart. Katie sent me an article today about a woman who took $300, her and her husband, and invested in some equipment, and she joined some company and reached out to some independent authors, and now she makes 6 figures a year being an independent audiobook narrator.
There you go.
So, yeah.
There you go.
We should look into it.
Mm-hmm. Well, we did have that one subscriber who wanted you to make an audiobook for their book. But I don't know if they ever finished it or got it published or something.
It was the Stop Short.
Yeah.
Who I did see on the Discord not too long ago. They pretty much said F YouTube and that we should fight them on it. And that's the last I've heard from them.
Oh.
But they're definitely still around.
I mean, I know it's annoying, but they're kind of in the right. We were
reading copyrighted material. Yeah, absolutely.
Which is why I wasn't too hurt when they took it down. It was annoying. It's really annoying, but
yeah. But technically, it is copyrighted material. Just have to campaign to produce an audiobook where I read Harry Potter.
Exactly.
That's all it is. You just gotta get JK to pay attention.
We went into the whole story before, when we started doing this. It was just for fun. We really didn't care if they got taken down, but then it grew.
Right.
And now we just enjoy doing it, so we didn't want to lose the channel.
Should we pull up some comments?
Yeah, let's just letting you get settled and stuff.
I'm ready. Warm in here though.
I think it's because you just got out of the shower.
Yeah, I bet I'm still gonna be warm. Yeah, first comment. What happened to you reading the Game of Thrones books? Well,
Warner Brothers.
We
Oh my god, Warner Brothers owns that now too.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god, yeah. All right, so what we need to do is get in touch with George R.R. Martin and send him my reading, and maybe he will be totally down for me to read Game of Thrones. I feel like he's a little more accessible than Rowling.
Yeah, that's true. Just talk to him about football. You got in.
Okay.
Oh,
I don't know.
Resize it. There we go.
So to Poppy's channel, I would refer you to our previous video where we discussed that we received some strikes on our channel for reading copyrighted material. So we'll point you to that video for that information.
Yeah, pretty much. That's all there is to it.
Yeah. Oh, we've got a lot from Dan. How are the Kings of Men going to come into this? They better be next episode. There's so much world missing from these two.
There we go, so everyone can see the comments.
This is in response to the first 2 episodes of Rings of Power.
Rings of Power, which you had a big issue with.
I have lots of issues with this show. Lots of them.
Well, copyright is voided 45 years or 70 years after the author dies, right? 70. And then it can be extended an extra 45 years now in the US.
Believe so.
Which is why technically what was it?
Lord of the Rings.
1980. Well, no, that's like Universal got extended. 1984, Animal Farm. Those books are actually public domain outside the U.S. Since we're in the U.S., it's going until like 2045.
Melanie, there has been a whole lot of BS with things going into the public domain.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because make money. And it's very funny that 1984 and all those novels are not in the public domain. Why do you think that is? Oh, it's so they can't be in the public domain so that people can't access them and then everyone can ban them?
No, it's just the copyright owner wants to make more money off of them.
Amazon does not own Lord of the Rings. So that's
owns part of Lord of the Rings.
It owns certain pieces of... It owns like some appendices to Lord of the Rings. It doesn't own all of it. And that's why certain things in the show are not there. There are certain things that they can't do or put in the show because it doesn't fall under what they own or have the rights to. However, that is not an excuse to make a bad show.
I don't think it's a bad show, but that's my opinion. I also haven't read The Silmarillion. I gotta throw out the disclosure there, because I know there's gonna be some person that's going to reference The Silmarillion. Like, well, that doesn't pertain to me. Like, I have no issue with there being hobbits.
They're not even hobbits, they're Harfoots. Ancestors of hobbits.
There, so see, no one should be angry.
We're not in the story! They should not be in there. And also, I'm just gonna say, they're a little obnoxious. They were a little annoying.
Again.
I found them annoying. I'm sorry, but I did.
They were fine. They were lovable. They were awesome. They're like the mountain men in... No, actually, they're much smarter than them. I don't know what they're like, but they're awesome.
Is Catcher in the Rye in the public domain?
No.
Actually. J.D. Salinger was like, yeah, no.
J.D. Salinger is like
an asshole.
Ridiculously big douchebag, apparently, when it comes to copyright.
Your review makes me not want to bother watching the episodes. Maddie, don't watch it. It's a waste of time. Or listen to Biggs.
The season isn't even over.
It's 25% over, and nothing has happened.
Something might. Next. It's just building up, and then everything's going to happen all at
I'm
once.
not feeling warrior badass Galadriel. That is not who she is as a person. Elf, I mean.
Well, you know what? I'm all for it. Give it a try, or wait a couple weeks and see how the episodes go before you give it a try.
Or watch House of the Dragon instead, because that's a good show.
Or both.
When does the
both is good.
When does the next Rings of Power episode come out?
Tomorrow.
Okay.
And we will be doing a watch party on Twitch.
We will be doing a Twitch watch party of episode 3 of Rings of Power. And Dan, I'm sure you'll love it because I probably will rant a lot. Yeah, Maddie, because House of the Dragon is a good show. And it sticks to the source material like it's supposed to.
Ah, thank you, Pip. See, the Hobbits grew on him. The Hobbits... I like the Hobbits.
I don't care about the hobbits. They're a little annoying.
You can't deny that in this story so far, they have the most personality and the most interesting character development.
They have very cliche character development. They're
Cliche
very,
for a reason.
They're very cliche. I'm not invested in any single character in the whole show.
And we met Mute Gandalf.
Oh, Alistair. Big Lord of the Rings fan. Let's see. I like the first 2 episodes of the Lord of the Rings show. I knew there was going to be changing, just like the Jackson movies, like Sauron, like they changed Sauron not having a body. But the Jackson changes made sense to create a solid cinematic story. I don't care about these characters at all.
Doesn't mean they're not valuable.
What is Galadriel's motivation? I need to get revenge on my brother, who we don't even know is Finrod until later. Like, why would you not give us the name of her brother so we know who the hell he is? Because not everyone has read the Silmarillion. They're not going to just be like, oh yeah, that's Finrod, that's her brother. He's one of the sons of Fate. Like, they're not going to know.
Mystery. For the big reveal at the end. It's going to be great. Just wait and see.
I hope it gets better.
Slow burn.
I hope it gets better. Because I am very underwhelmed by it.
Did you read all these comments? I don't even remember which you read.
Dan is... one of the big problems with the characters is the actor. Dan has these huge comments, I'm sure. Lord of the Rings had an epic cast. These actors don't have the same soul as the big names. They're all just random people that could be doing any low budget. I get they couldn't afford big names, but they could have found better souls to carry the strength the characters are written in. Most of these are young souls. Lord of the Rings actors are much older souls comparatively, if that makes sense.
I mean, I don't know. Every great actor started with their breakout role, and this could be one of their breakout roles.
You know what?
Because
even the best actor can't really do a whole lot with bad writing. If your script sucks, even the best actor can only do so much with it.
You stop that.
I'm just saying.
Hating.
All right, I did just hate a little bit.
Yeah.
But that is part of it. Some of these actors could be good breakout people, but you have to have something to do and go off of.
And we've also only seen 2 episodes.
I know. And so far, there's been nothing there for them to, like, sink their teeth into and do.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just
so
saying.
Give it some time.
Maddie said she got confused with the last episode in the 2-year-old. Was Damon in that war for 2 years? I couldn't understand when it began. Yeah, so in episode 3, 2 years have passed. So between House of the Dragon. So between episode 2 and episode 3, at the end of episode 2, Corlys and Daemon are talking about going to war in the Stepstones against Kragus Crabfeeder. And then we get to episode 3, and it's 2 years later, and Daemon and Corlys have been at war with the Crabfeeder for the last 2 years.
Yeah. I liked how they put in the king's new son to kind of show the time skip.
Yeah.
Very subtle, but effective.
And they did.
Very nice.
I think they mention it a couple
other
times.
shows, Witcher, that just jumps all over the place.
And just expects you to just go with it.
You'll figure it out.
You'll figure it out. I know. I remember watching season 1 of The Witcher.
Of teaching your kid how to swim, just kicking them in the deep end.
I remember watching season 1 of that show with you, and we're both just sitting here going... And then it clicked, like we figured it out. But at first it was just like, what in the hell is going on?
It really was. And then I went and I read the first book of The Witcher. And it makes so much more sense how they did it in the book. Because there's like a consistent timeline that kind of goes through all of the stories. And they just didn't include that, or they didn't make it obvious. I'd have to go rewatch season 1 of The Witcher. It's been so long. It, I mean, I loved the style, though. The Monster of the Week style.
That was,
different
I
adventures.
enjoyed that.
That was great.
All right, so Alistair said, so do you think the man who is with Galadriel is Sauron?
That would be kind of cool.
I don't think so.
No, well, you've read the Silmarillion, so you kind of know how Sauron comes back and whether or not.
Yeah, right. Fair enough.
So I'm going to say no. But again, this show kind of took some liberties, and so it could be. I mean, that would kind of be like a little cool.
I'm gonna say no, but I also feel like I can't say why I think it's not, because spoilers.
I want to know what's up with like the sword of Sauron.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that it's Sauron because we saw that sword and it was glowing and everything, and I feel like if they wanted you to believe that that was Sauron, you would kind of maybe give some hints, like, you know, he senses something, or, you know, to make it so you can kind of think maybe it's Sauron without having read the Silmarillion. Yeah, that would have been too obvious. I don't know. Either way, I don't think it's Sauron. I'm going to say no. I think that it's going to be like her romantic interests, and then Sauron is going to kill him or going to attempt to kill him, and her love for him will bolster her up and allow her to like vanquish Sauron.
She can't vanquish Sauron. That's not how it happens.
Well, get rid
Sauron.
Get rid of Sauron.
No. If Galadriel defeats Sauron
Not
at the end,
defeat him, but
gets rid of him, I will hate this show. I will hate it very much.
Well, I guess not, because this is the story of how he made the ring. So I was gonna say, you know, they knock him back, and then he comes back later. But yeah, I guess they can't. I don't know. I don't think it's Sauron.
So Maddie said the guy yelling and happy that the dragon showed up only to get squashed. I loved that. In episode 3, House of the Dragon.
Oh, yeah.
That dude that was laying there just spouting exposition. You know, the Prince Daemon and Lord Corlys, they're coming. They're going to kill you. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, here he is. Thank you. Save me. And Caraxes just steps on him. It's great.
It's terrible. Poor guy.
Although, I think Death by Caraxes is probably better than Death by Crab.
Yeah, agreed.
So maybe he did save him.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it every time.
I mean, the way he landed on, I mean, he might not even killed him, though.
Oh, he totally, like...
feet.
No, he stepped on his whole body. That dude's dead.
It looked like it was, like, waist
down. No, he stepped on him. And I just gotta say, love that squeaky sausage boy, Caraxes. Such a good boy.
So weird looking.
So great.
An audio rewrite of a book? What do you mean by that?
Yeah, what do you mean by that? Do you mean like a dramatic presentation, like a radio play?
Oh, that would be cool.
That would be cool. Oh man, I would totally love to do that. I bet Noelle would like to do that too.
Well, we taled about doing Cursed Child. Like
I know.
And
I'm sorry I'm doing this, guys. I'm just
some
warm.
Shakespeare. Because we were talking about doing some Shakespeare.
I would love to do that. Heck yeah.
We gotta dress up in the Shakespeare get-ups, though.
Alistair wants to know who we would fan cast as Sauron. I'm gonna just scroll down through the comments too.
Well, we were just like,
I know, but I just want to.
So. Who would I fan cast as Sauron?
That's hard. I feel like all the actors that I know that I'm familiar with are old now, so.
I don't know. That's like the hardest person for me to cast.
I can like picture what I think he looks like in my head.
Do we ever see Sauron's face?
In the Silmarillion, you do.
Well, yeah.
He's very handsome.
Oh, he is?
He's very handsome and charming and all that. In the Silmarillion.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Long, beautiful hair, fine features, very handsome.
Okay, I take what I said back. I do think that guy's Sauron.
That guy's not Sauron. That guy is not Sauron.
Look.
I'm telling you, it's not. I'm telling you.
How do you know?
Because I know.
How?
Because that dude's character is totally made up. He's not even in the Silmarillion.
So are the hobbits, but apparently they're going to play.
They're not made up. They're just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
It's Sauron.
They're there. They're just not supposed to be there. It's not Sauron. Listen, let's get rolling to listen to my Harry Potter. Oops, I'm down for it. Oh, hang on. Dan said, "Really? You like Matt Smith's hair? I think he looks worse than everyone else. Far worse. I cringe every time I see him."
Matt Smith is Damon?
Mm-hmm.
Really? I think his looks like kind of the best.
I think Daemon Targaryen is... Oh my goodness. So lovely on the eyes. Dan.
See, you started fanning a little bit faster.
I'm fanning faster because... Woo! And I don't even like Matt Smith that way. 90% of the time, every time I see him, I'm like, ugh. But when he's Targaryenified, ooh, I would ride that dragon.
Anyways, yeah, I think his hair is some of the best.
Rowling does have a Twitter account. We could tweet her.
It's true.
We could.
Does she still use it?
I don't know. After everything that's happened,
she might not be allowed to.
We could give it a
PR
try.
PR manager is just like, for the love of God, just give me the phone.
Stay away from it.
Give me the phone. Log out.
Oh.
All right. Here, let's see this one. Ooh,
this is an all the young dudes comment. I actually feel that Remus is a person who has borderline personality disorder. The character gives good insight into how a person lives with the disorder thinks. The disorder often stems from severe childhood trauma. Instead of being annoyed, it could be beneficial to think further into why a character might have consistently self-sabotaging thought patterns and self-destructive behaviors. A lot of people suffer from it and display severe self-preservation and self-centered thinking. It could actually lead into an interesting psychology conversation and open up the floor for conversations about characters who have real mental emotional disorders. Could even be neurodivergence, if not BPD, or both. Just having positive people, such as the Marauders, for example, doesn't automatically change brain chemistry, and it takes years of self-awareness to change the influence of personality disorders, so it makes sense that Remus would still be self-centered well into adulthood, especially with his lack of therapy and knowledge of those disorders back then.
Dang. Well, can't argue with that. That's definitely a possibility. I mean, yes, he definitely has some mental illnesses. That's for sure. Probably brought on by the severe trauma that he has experienced. Because, I mean, heck, he was abused in St. Edmunds his entire life. His father offed himself. His mother just abandoned him.
Still does not give you a reason or an excuse to treat people like garbage.
Well, no. And I don't think he's saying that, but there is a reason why he did it.
Potentially.
May not be an excuse, but there's still a reason why he did it. Saying that it might be interesting to look in the psychology of that. Why he did what he did, and then maybe some other literary characters who did the same. or suffer from similar illnesses.
No, guys, it's just hot in here. It gets stuffy in here. It's hot in here.
You also just took a hot shower.
Half an hour ago. I'm still hot.
It was half an hour ago. Oh.
It's hot in here.
Because I'm fine right now. That's
yeah, but you could be outside in 85-degree weather and be like, oh, it's nice outside, and I'm literally dripping wet. Dying.
Good save.
This is an interesting take from T. Lou. And I get where they're coming from. And it certainly could open up avenues for conversation, especially regarding other characters. But I still don't think it gives Remus an excuse to be an asshole to people.
Well, no, and they don't say that it's an excuse. But it's important to ask why so you can understand
why they are the way they are.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Which I agree. I think T. Lou has a very
valid point.
Yeah. I like that.
Didn't they diagnose Amber Heard with BPD?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. Case in point. Remus and Amber Heard have a lot in common.
Was it borderline personality disorder or
pretty sure, yeah, it was BPD.
Or bipolar. Maybe both.
It could have been both. It could have been. I know they discussed BPD. But either way, I think T. Lou does make a good point. It is good to recognize the difference between an excuse and a reason.
And we're doing good, Alistar. How are you doing?
Yeah, right? We haven't heard from Alistair in a hot minute. Let's see what the next comment is, too, while we're...
Exactly, Melanie. It's important to know the difference between reasons and excuses. Because there's always a reason why something happened, but that doesn't mean that the reason is an excuse.
Oh, this person commented on our Lord of the Rings, or our Rings of Power. Ooh! They're banking hard on Lord of the Rings. It's like House of the Dragons after Game of Thrones. Let's do a prologue about a successful adventure, forgetting what made the first venture good. I like both, but I would like some more time to get to know the world and the time. Some more build-up. Would have been nice, as most of us probably don't know the story that well yet or need a refresher. For example, before someone like Galadriel's brother dies or her old world loses its light, loses its trees, let me, the viewer, get to know what we've lost. How am I supposed to be sad about a fast sum-up narration? Oh yeah, agree with characters. Give something compelling, or at least something memorable. Book versus non-book readers, never-ending battle. Or another thing that bothered me, the beginning showing a world and summing up a story, which I'd rather want to know more about.
That's true, too.
That is true. They just, like, the trees, if you haven't read the Silmarillion, you don't know what the fuck those trees are. You don't know what, and you don't know anything about Valinor. You don't know, you don't know what's going on.
No,
you don't know
I mean, as a non-book reader, I just knew some bad shit happened and they had to move.
Also,
they got evicted.
Would have been nice to see them their trees. Quentin Fuzz says he was told he could be himself in there.
That's right. You can.
I would have liked to have seen Ungoliant along with Morgoth taking down the trees. But, tell us what the trees are and why they're significant before you snuff them out. And also, Galadriel and all the elves leaving Valinor, you're not telling us what Valinor is, and then all the elves just left. That's not true. All the elves didn't just leave. There was nothing about the Oath of Feanor in there, or the Silmarils, nothing. It was just, oh, we all left to fight Sauron. What?
Exactly.
Because no, that's not what happened.
Me, as someone who hasn't read the book, only understood about half the words you just said. Because they don't explain it in the show.
I know, but that's why it's frustrating for me, because I'm just like, what am I watching? What?
Fuzz knows what I mean. It's like me explaining quantum mechanics to you.
How many times do I have to tell you that quantum mechanics is not unfamiliar territory to me? Stop that.
I mean, fair, but you don't know, like, deep quantum mechanics.
I have not read the Quantum Mechanics Silmarillion. No, I have not. But I get concepts. Awesome for you, Alistair, going back to school. Fantastic.
Hey, that's awesome.
So he's going to school and working.
Yeah.
Good for you, man. Did that. Hard work. Good for you. Maddie, I did not have that misfortune. I read the books first, and therefore was just disappointed off the bat with the movies.
This is why you always watch the movie first.
Yeah, but then you can't watch the movies again after.
Start low, and then...
I mean, maybe I should not have read the Silmarillion before the show came out, because now I'm just like, it hurts me.
Exactly.
It hurts me.
That's exactly why I didn't finish Fire and Blood.
Do you know what Ungoliant is? When I said it would have been nice to see Ungoliant and Morgoth together destroying the trees.
Morgoth's brother?
No.
Sister?
No.
Mom?
No.
I don't know.
She's someone's mom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is Morgoth the daddy?
Ew. Ew, no.
Oh. Why is that ew?
Because of whose mom she is.
Galadriel's.
No. You're not gonna.
Frodo.
You're not gonna
Pippin.
get this. No. No.
Gandalf.
No. No.
Sauron.
No.
I don't know if I know.
Shelob.
Oh.
You're not gonna guess that. She's a giant spider who consumes all of the light that she can get her hands on.
You're talking like I should know this. Oh. I haven't read it.
I'm not. You wanted to guess, so I was letting you guess. I said you're not gonna get this.
I know. You're
so,
like...
her and Morgoth team up, and they're like, we're gonna destroy the trees, and if we destroy the trees, I'll let you
burn some trees.
I'll let you eat all the light out of the trees.
Pass, Morgoth.
And the two of them together. The funny part is that the Valar, all of them are having like a big feast to celebrate the trees and springtime and love and life, and they're all having this big party, and they're blah 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 blah. And then while they're all having this big party, Morgoth and Ungoliant creep and just chop the trees and destroy the trees and just suck out all the light and everything.
Okay, there it is.
But that also leads to the creation of the Silmarils, but we don't have to get on that.
Now I kind of want to read it because I feel like that plays a lot into Elden Ring. You have the great tree in Elden Ring, and it's this big glowy tree, and it looks just like the tree at the beginning of Lord of the Rings.
There's two trees. And from the remaining light of the trees, they create the sun and the moon.
I really can't speak to you about Lord of the Rings until I read the Silmarillion now. Like, I used to only have to deal with this sort of peoples on the internet.
Maddie says she's seen all 8 seasons of Game of Thrones, hasn't read the books. She will surely be disappointed. I already can't stand how bad the last 3 seasons were. Can someone name a movie that is better than the book it was based on?
I could probably name a couple movies that are, like, on par with the books, but I don't know if I could name one that's better.
A movie that was better than the book.
Because, I mean, I think Jurassic Park is on par with the book. I think they did an excellent job of telling the story and picking and choosing what to leave in and what to cut out.
Jurassic Park is I don't know if I'd say the movie is better, but they're
Fight Club. Fight Club, honestly, the movie might be better than the book.
Yeah, that might be it. Oh, Fuzz loved the Maze Runner movies.
Ooh, have not. Didn't you read the Maze Runner?
No.
Oh no, Kite Runner.
I read the Kite Runner.
Yeah. Is that like in a series, the Runner series or something?
What, the Kite Runner?
Yeah, it's like Maze Runner,
no.
Kite Runner.
No, Kite Runner is a standalone novel that's really fucking good. It's got nothing to do with what the Maze Runner is. No,
Like,
not even, no.
I don't know, Ball Runner.
No, the Kite Runner is about two children living in pre-Soviet war Afghanistan, and that's all I'm going to say. It's such a good book, though. Oh my god, the Kite Runner.
Are there kites?
Yes, there are kites.
All right. No false advertising here.
There are kites in that book. It's fucking devastating.
Right, Fight Club is good. I actually just rewatched that movie today.
Fight Club is a good one, based off of a book where the movie might be better. Yeah, that's a pretty good example. I'm just trying to think of another one.
I also realized that not Tyler Durden. I can't remember the main character, but
Edward Norton's character. Yeah.
I just remember Tyler. Either way, he works in insurance. Now that I work in insurance,
you understand.
I totally understand. 100%. I am 6 months of insomnia away from burning down a city block.
Maddie G says, according to Google, The Godfather, the movie, is better than the book. I can't say. I've never read The Godfather. Seen the movie, have not read the book.
I mean, the movie was like a fucking work of art. I haven't read the book, but I'll believe it. Leave the cannoli. Or leave the gun. Take the cannoli.
Yeah.
Such a great movie.
Man, I'm trying to think.
Wait, there's a Who Framed Roger Rabbit book?
What?
I didn't know that.
What? I didn't know Forrest Gump was a book either.
Also, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Classic.
Silence of the Lambs. Book or movie? That's... I feel like Silence of the Lambs is on the same length of, like, Jurassic Park. They're both like this. Because they're both so good. But the differences in the movie are just as good as the differences in the book. I would say Silence of the Lambs is like this.
That's what I mean. There's a lot of movies that I can say, like, hit the level of the book. I don't know.
Just because Jodie Foster personifies Clarice Starling so well. Clarice Starling is actually one of my favorite female protagonists of all time. I absolutely love Clarice Starling. I am ride or die for her forever and ever. I absolutely love her. She's a great character.
She's pretty good.
She is awesome. I'm
stepping away from this one. That's you.
Oh, Melanie, no.
I have to live with this person.
Mockingbird up in this piece. Oh, man. That's so rough. I don't know if I could compare the two of them. You
can. Oh, I know you can. You just don't want to.
I love them both so much. I love the book so much. I love the movie so much. Oh my god. I saw the movie before I read the book. Yeah, I saw the movie before I read the book. I watched the movie in 4th grade. Not at school. And
then I read the book. School. Don't be belittling us school watchers.
I'm just saying I watched...
Some good movies in school.
I don't know. They're both
Gladiator.
So good.
Watch that at least once a year.
I love Gladiator.
After 6th grade, we watched that like once a year.
Gladiator?
Yeah.
That is a great movie.
History class, anytime we saw a movie, Gladiator.
I don't know if I could say one is better than... They're both just so good. It's like Jurassic Park and Silence of the Lambs. It's like the same thing. Which is the best? Which is the best from the best? Hannibal Lecter, the books, or the movies, or the TV show? Oh my god, I love the Hannibal TV show. I watched it in like a week and a half. I ate it all up. Oh my god, I watched the shit out of it. I was obsessed with that show. Oh my god. Mads Mikkelsen as Hannibal Lecter was so good. But Anthony Hopkins in Silence of the Lambs, just in Silence of the Lambs, is so good. He's literally in that movie for like, I think when you take all of Silence of the Lambs, Anthony Hopkins is in that movie for maybe like 10-15 minutes. Like all together, all his scenes is like 10-15 minutes. And it's just so good. Oh, why you ask me these questions?
I would put Gladiator in my top 10. That's one of the few movies I had no choice.
You know what,
but
Melanie?
To like learn basically every scene because I've watched it so many times.
I think that's actually a good one. I'm going to take what Melanie said about The Wizard of Oz. I think The Wizard of Oz movie is better than the book.
I never read the book, so I'll take your...
I think the movie does edge out the book. I am going to agree with you, Melanie. I think that the film is better.
There it is. Also, fun fact, first ever colored film. That's why they did it black and white in the first scene and then switched over to color. And
I'm pretty sure the guy that directed it is the same guy that directed Gone with the Wind.
Okay, didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, so I think there may be a show coming out that is going to be better than the book. So I saw the trailer for All's Quiet on the Western Front.
Show
coming to Netflix.
Interesting.
And that's a very freaking low bar. So I got high hopes for it.
Interesting.
That book was so boring.
I didn't read that one.
So
I didn't
dry.
read that one, so...
I don't...
First colored non-animated film. Alright, fair.
Okay, fair. Yeah.
I think Victor Fleming directed both. I'm just going to look it up real quick.
Well, maybe I'll let you look that one up.
Why don't you scroll
past
past them comments there, too?
I didn't realize that, I guess, like, I think the first, like, color moving picture was, like, a Disney cartoon. Oh, we already read that one? Okay.
Yeah, he directed Gone with the Wind and Wizard of Oz. Victor Fleming.
Killing the elk thing, the sounds were terrible. Yeah, I hated that scene in episode 3 when the king killed the elk.
Oh, when Viserys killed the stag. I hated that, yeah. Melanie, I think you are correct. I think it was supposed to be somebody else to do Wizard of Oz, and then it wasn't working out, so they called in Victor Fleming to, like, take control of the situation and direct the movie. I think you're right.
Vic, listen, just fix it, please. Please.
I'm almost positive that she's correct about that.
It's the first colored film. We can't fuck this up.
I'm pretty sure she's...
I sat outside above the ocean, waves crashing on the rocks below me, instead of watching last night. Well, rub it in, Dan.
I know,
Rub it in.
Jeez.
I mean, I totally would have done that besides watching us, too. If you have that choice, by all means, go. Whoa, okay. Wow, Dan. This one... Maybe we'll come back to this one when Lex is a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah, oh dear.
We'll come back to it, Dan.
Please do The Auction next. Just finished it in German. There is some more sex stuff going on, but I fear that is usual for fan fiction.
That's true. I think fan fictions are just a way for people to shoehorn sex into the story they like.
Oh, total drama. No, I was about to re-listen to it all.
So sorry. So many comments like that.
I know.
I always feel bad.
All right, let's keep going for a sec. Let's just go.
The last chapter is kind of repairing. Very repairing. Oh, wait. Is that the...
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the streams discuss lately. Sorry.
Sadly, I wasn't able to join in the streams and discussion lately. Story started out very strong, but it's a pity Remus turned out to be such an abusive partner. In the end, I feel relieved it's over now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Snow White and the Seven Dwarves was the first colored movie in full-length animation.
Yes, that's true. Yes. That I did know. Dan is just, I feel like, trying to be antagonistic with me every time with these two shows. He's like, I like the Rings of Power. It's good. But House of the Dragon is garbage.
He's not talking about. This is all the young dudes.
No, it's except in that one.
Oh. Not liking House of the Dragon. Oh, okay. I don't agree with that, Dan. House of the Dragon's pretty awesome.
Right?
And I mean, like I said, I like Rings of Power too, so.
I mean, if we want to think about it, Maddie, he really didn't get a happy ending. Remus really didn't get a happy ending. He got Sirius for like a few months, and then Sirius died, and then, well, I mean, he did get Tonks. I don't know. Either way, I'm just glad that Grant got a happy ending.
Yes. Well, I mean, Remus did have a happy ending. He was happy with Tonks. He had his son.
I don't care that Remus was happy, because that Remus was a garbage person.
Died fighting.
That Remus was a garbage person.
On to Valhalla.
Or Valinor, if you actually know the rules of Middle-earth. But okay. I don't really like Elrond and Galadriel. It's a bit like Rey Skywalker, a little bit bitter. But I've watched both shows twice and definitely prefer Rings of Power. Dan just wants to antagonize me. That's all it is.
This stream of comments, Melanie, this is like our dashboard comments.
Yeah, these are our channel.
Like they all pop up on our dashboard so we can see them. We try to answer them, but we can't always. So we like to go through on some of these streams and answer them when we can. Remus complaining about Dumbledore like Vernon complains about the Weasleys.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of did.
Yeah, he did.
I forgot, but yeah.
Kayla, for Pride and Prejudice, Kayla said that she likes how I read some of the Pride and Prejudice characters with Harry Potter voices.
I mean, yeah. And, I don't think, was this the Mr. Collins chapter?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so you got the Vernon in there. I was gonna say.
Miss Elizabeth, you're my cousin, but I like you because Jane is occupied with Mr. Bingley.
Yeah, we'll discuss those chapters.
Kayla said that she loves our snake's name, also is really cute.
He is really cute.
Love your voice. Where are your Harry Potter audiobooks?
Not here.
So, Melanie, these are all just all of the YouTube comments on all of our videos. They just show up all on one feed. So these are all comments on all different videos. But they all hit our, dashboard?
Yeah. Let's see how long this one is. Oh, that's not... Oh, okay. I was like...
Hi, I'm a super fan of your videos, or HP. I'm very young as I'm in 6th grade, but I have stopped reading Harry Potter every night because of what happened. I did cry when I found out. I live for your discussions at the end. I will buy all of your audiobooks till I'm poor or broke, so probably be in depth. But I love you guys and miss your audiobooks. You are my very favorite, and I really miss you so much. You guys are just my favorite people. I feel like I know you just from this video. And please, please tell me when you have those audiobooks. Random 6th grader from somewhere. Aww.
Man, that's so sweet. And we'll definitely message you when
we will
those go up.
we will let everyone know when the audiobooks are out there. We will, whatever we figure out what we're gonna do, how we're gonna do what we're gonna do, we will let everyone know.
And if you didn't hear me in the beginning, right now it's just time constrained by the bandwidth that YouTube allows us to download the videos.
Yes, Melanie. They're from previous days. They're from previous videos, previous streams. It's literally every video that we've put out or stream that we've put out. Every comment just shows up in a big dashboard that we look at.
Yeah.
That's what all of that is. Hello. I learned English from you guys. Thank you. Just hoping that you guys will make video content about idioms or slang. I know it's so far from your channel.
Oh, yeah. I actually, when I was going through and responding to some comments, I saw
You're
this
welcome,
one the
Melanie.
other day. And I thought that'd be really cool to do.
To talk about idioms or slang?
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be fun. I'd be down to do it.
Because, I mean, I love learning, like, idioms and slang from other cultures. And I'm sure there's a lot of people around the world that are wondering about, like, the U.S. idioms.
That's true.
The only thing is,
yeah.
like, with the U.S., you have, like, different slang and idioms in every state.
There's different dialects. Yeah, there's different, like, subs, hoagies, pop, soda.
Yeah.
All that stuff. Yeah, there's all kinds of things.
That would be really fun to do, though.
It would be, especially because I don't think people really think about it too much with the United States.
No.
And there's a lot of random colloquialisms that, like, people will say something in one way in Louisiana, but then they'll say it differently in California, differently in New York, differently in North Dakota, but it all means the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Or how in most of the U.S., you'll never be called hun. But if you go to Maryland...
Baltimore specifically, everybody's going to call you hun.
Yeah.
Reminds me of that Kitchen Nightmares episode.
I don't remember that
There's an episode of Kitchen Nightmares where this lady opens up a cafe in Baltimore and she tries to trademark hun.
Oh.
And the people lost their minds over it. Because they're like, you can't just trademark it. Blah, 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 blah. There's the Mary confusion outside of the Northeast. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, that too.
And then, yeah. I think this is something we'd have to think about, but I'd do it.
Yeah, I think it would definitely be fun to do, for sure. Colloquialisms and idioms and things.
Maybe we should just start writing them down and just make a video of as many idioms and slang terms as we can.
I mean, I'd be down. I get your beans. I get your beans. Beans.
Because it's hard for me to really think of them off the top of my head because
I have to use the bathroom.
I speak to them.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm like, it's just...
I feel like there are some that are very specific to New York.
There's like general ones though, like feeling under the weather. You know,
Yeah.
Obviously doesn't mean that you're like outside under the weather or anything. You're sick. Yeah. Right? I don't know. I don't feel like the US slang is that interesting as opposed to, like, say, Australian slang. Yeah, she knows all the Australian slang. But, yeah. Would be very fun to do. Ow. Can I scroll, Lola? Video just all our pets? Yeah, we could do that. Can take you around to see everyone. All right, Maddie, good luck. It's the worst part about cooking dishes.
Just turn the light off.
Macca's? Why did you know Australia was wild at that point, Fuzz? I mean, I
Macca's?
I always knew Australia was wild. I don't really know when. Probably when I saw the crocodile hunter. And the man's just grabbing venomous snakes like it's nothing.
What about thongs?
Oh yeah, thongs. Yeah. That threw me off the first time I heard it. For anyone that doesn't know, thongs in Australia is flip-flops. Why on earth does McDonald's need another name? 'Cause it's Australia and they can. I mean, we call it Mickey D's.
That's true.
So to be fair, we have a second name for it too. So maybe, just maybe, we're a little crazy too.
But you know what else Australia has? This. Australia has these.
We have them too. You work with them like every other day.
I know, but they're not native to here. But look at that. Look at that. Oh, look, it's the stop short.
Oh man, seeing a lot of faces we haven't in a while. Has my hair ever been this long? Yes, yes, it has.
Has my hair ever been this short? Yes, yes, it has.
Okay, there we go.
There it is. Yeah, Macca's. You go for a Macca's?
Exactly, Brecky.
Brecky. Yep.
Feel like a lot of the
Go
stuff
for a
we
wee.
watch is like Australian.
We watch a lot of Australian things. Aw, thank you. Tom, did you look at this comment from Tom?
No, I just scrolled down.
Okay.
I was gonna wait until you got back because it seems like there's a lot there.
So much. This is about season 1, episode 2 of House of the Dragon. So much to unpack because I couldn't make it. First, though, are you guys live on Friday after Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
Yeah.
On Twitch.
Yep.
Because they allow us to do a watch party.
I think your timeline might be mixed up. I think books came out before Doofus sent Dick to Moon. Also, I keep getting haunted by intro to the first episode when I think about Daemon. Wasn't it something like the old king knew the only thing that could destroy his house was his house? Paraphrasing, of course. The current king is going to die, then Daemon is going to betray the other house and marry his niece, effectively making him king.
Whoa, spoilers! But yes. That is how Targaryens work. And Game of Thrones works.
I'm not going to spoil what happens.
If someone has a crown, they're gonna die. And if they have someone related to them, they're probably going to sleep with them.
Here, scroll down. Let's keep looking here. We have not been watching She-Hulk. We have not been... I think Loki was our last foray into the Marvel TV universe.
It's true.
Cynthia says, wait, didn't we see Casterly Rock in season 7 or 8 when Dany and her team conquered it?
Oh, hold on. I thought we were going to finish this.
Oh, there was more. Oh.
Who will then fight the other Targaryen house?
Daemon will betray, but appears to be plotting with now. Haven't read the book, of course, so who knows?
I mean, you could have fooled me. That's pretty spot on. That sounds... I mean, Game of Thrones... Not Game of Thrones, but you know. Westeros usually follows a pretty...
I could tell you all what
predictable
happens
manner.
in House of the Dragon if you want me to, but then why would you watch the show?
I mean, we'll save it for after the season.
Okay.
We can go in.
Let's see how far the season gets. How far into the story season 1 gets.
Okay, now, we haven't seen Casterly Rock, and we see it in season 7 or 8 when Dany, her team conquered it, but the
Lannister army was at Highgarden. So technically, yeah,
I didn't watch season 7.
Technically,
so I don't know.
yeah, we did see Casterly Rock, but it was so shitty that, to me, in my mind, that's not Casterly Rock. The real Rock is whatever we see whenever Winds of Winter comes out, because Martin has said that in Winds of Winter we are going to Casterly Rock. So that is what Casterly Rock is going to be. Until that book comes out, I have not seen Casterly Rock.
The real Rock.
The real Rock
is in Tywin's pants.
You know it, baby.
Pure gold.
Mm.
How else do you think he shits gold?
I'm just fantasizing about Papa Lannister right now. I don't even care.
Oh God, I started something.
So Stop Short said that they didn't care for Loki. Never did.
Oh. I mean, I liked it.
I liked Loki.
I thought it was entertaining.
I thought the last episode was a little anticlimactic.
Oh, the last episode was awful.
But
it seemed like it should have been like mid-season.
Yeah, the last episode
was
a letdown.
not a finale.
But I enjoyed Loki very much. Question is, how much will they charge from books and dance?
Books and dance? For what?
Oh, and Wizard just said, just finished Deathly Hallows. Gonna watch all the young dudes soon. Nice.
Hey, nice.
Oh, baby hands zero baby hand zero said, have you thought about Spotify?
Yes, but it's the same thing. If it's copywritten material, it gets taken down.
Patrick says, upcoming books? We're working on it, man. We're working on it.
Mm-hmm.
Until then, we've got Pride and Prejudice right now that we're working on.
It is fall. Spooky season is upon us, so...
Spooky time is upon us. It is almost spooky season.
Probably next week for the stream, we will start reading a different story. And we're going to be looking for something that is a little spooky.
Yes.
Or maybe a book that's in the public domain. Getting a little spooky up in here.
Yes. So, potentially next stream or the stream after, we will be starting something a little creepy.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I meant how much will they change from the book to dance?
Oh, okay.
What, from House of the Dragon? Is that what he's talking about?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's talking about the Dance of the Dragons.
Oh.
In Fire and Blood.
So far, the changes have been very minimal. Like the changes that they've done in from Fire and Blood to House of the Dragon have just been things like when a minor character says something or is introduced, they may have like two other brothers who are all kind of involved, but they'll just kind of amalgamate all of that into one character, so you don't have three more characters, that kind of thing. Or they'll have some character deliver information when it was another character in the story, but they've just omitted that character from the story because that's pretty much the only role they play, and they could just have that other character that you already know relay that information. It's just little things that they've omitted from Fire and Blood, but for the most part, they've very much stuck to the events as they unfold.
Okay.
They haven't changed a whole lot.
Yeah, I think they're kind of scared to take creative liberties with this show. After what happened in season 8, everyone is just like, just follow the script.
Well, that, and I think that was one of Martin's stipulations, that if you're going to adapt this, you're going to be faithful to the material. And I think Martin has a lot more creative control over what's going on.
Yeah.
So that's part of it, too. Melanie suggests Young Goodman Brown by Nathaniel Hawthorne. That is creepy. That's a good one.
Oh, I never read it.
Maddie said...
Galaxy, no, Stop Short, sorry. Recommended Edgar Allan Poe.
I am so down for some Edgar Allan Poe from Edgar Allan Poe for spooky season. Heck yes. I will read the shit out of some Edgar Allan Poe.
I'm down.
I will read some right now.
Well, I mean, if we want to tonight, we can. This is kind of an open night.
Maddie said, in the throne shown in House of the Dragon with all the swords makes more sense than what we saw in Game of Thrones. Barely any swords.
That's true. They still didn't go big enough, but
no,
it looks
better.
A lot better.
I think they were trying to kind of merge the two together, because in the books it's like a big mountain of swords and all the little touches of Viserys constantly like cutting himself on it. Like, that's a huge thing with the throne. Mm-hmm. And the fact that they're putting those little details in there. Like, I don't think I said it when we talked about episode 3, but in episode 3 there's a scene where you can see that Viserys actually has 2 of his fingers missing, when in the previous episode he had cut his finger on the throne, and the maester said, you know, we can do everything we can to save the digit, but you know, maybe we really should just cut it off. And Viserys like can't make the decision. And then you see in the next episode it's actually
that decision he can't make. Okay.
But I think it's symbolic of the fact that the man can't make decisions. And then in the next episode he's got 2 of his fingers missing, because that is what the throne does.
Yeah.
Melanie is like, you could read The Raven right now. House of Usher, Black Cat, Rue Morgue. They are Stop Short's favorite stories. See, I really liked Black Cat.
Black Cat was great.
I liked Black Cat.
That's one of the all-time classics.
I really like Telltale Heart. Mm-hmm. The Telltale Heart is a great story. And I really like The Cask of Amontillado, too.
I don't remember that one.
That's a good story. The Cask of Amontillado is really good.
Also, Dan says, well, he seemed to have not had much to say with Game of Thrones late seasons. Yeah, I think Martin was a little busy with other things at that time.
Very much
regrets it.
Did not speak about the later seasons of it. Like, when people asked him about seasons like 7 and stuff, I think he was just like, it was a season. It happened.
Yes,
it went. It aired.
It finished my career with Game of Thrones, yes. But no, I mean, during that time, he was working on The World of Ice and Fire. He was working on Fire and Blood. Yep. He was a consultant on Elden Ring.
I was going to say he was working on the video game. Yep.
And I'm pretty sure there were a couple TV shows he was a consultant.
And he's got that other book series that he writes.
Oh, and he bought a train.
Yes. Oh my god, the train.
Yeah.
I was actually reading somebody did a there's a channel called History of Westeros, who I listen to every once in a while. They're really good. They're a YouTube channel, and they do a podcast. They interviewed George R.R. Martin in his house, and he just talks about being in his house. And he's like, I go in this room, and there's 3 stained glass windows. One of them is just a stained glass sigil of House Baratheon. Another one is a stained glass, like, Lannister window. And he's just like, it's just the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And he goes, but if I was George R.R. Martin, I would do the same thing. And I'm just sitting here going, oh my god, if I ever wrote a book series that made ridiculous amounts of fucking money like that, I would build that kind of house too. Like, if I was J.K. Rowling, I would be fucking Hogwartsing the shit out of my house. But, you know.
I mean, yeah. At the same time, I don't know. I feel like I'd be bombarded with so much that I would just be like, I want to go home. I want to forget I ever wrote this for 5 minutes.
I don't know. I feel like if it's something I made the thing about Martin is I think he really does love what he has created.
Well, he said he kind of like built it from when he was a kid.
Yeah, it's been ongoing.
And hey, congratulations on winning your Bed Wars Galaxy.
Very nice. Young Goodman Browns. Ooh, Melanie's got suggestions out the wazoo. The Legend of Sleepy Hollow.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, the Monkey's Paw. Oh my god, I forgot about that story. I read that story. The Monkey's Paw. Oh, that's such a good story. Oh, that's a good Halloween story.
That is. Yeah, it might have to be
Man, we got options. That's all I'm going to say. We got options for Spooky Town. Is Lovecraft in the public domain?
Yes.
I don't know.
Maybe.
We could do an audiobook of just spooky stories. The Bibliobibuli collection of spooky stories.
That'd be cool. Do our favorites.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do that. That's a great idea.
I mean, we'll read them live, of course, and then, post it up afterwards. Hannah also says that Poe's house is a few miles away from hers.
That's cool.
Well, one of his. I don't know how many houses he has. I mean, I'm sure the man had plenty of houses.
No, there is no Stephen King in the public domain.
I know. You would think with how many books he's written, but no. That man has only been writing for what is it, 50 years now? Say only writing for 50 years, only publishing for 50 years.
King?
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure he has 100 and something books out, so.
I think he started publishing. I think his first book came out in the 70s.
So yeah, about 50 years, a little over 50 years. And to have as many books as his is just insane, but I mean, that's what King is known for. The man just craps out books. And they're all good somehow. Most of them.
So Lovecraft is in some really murky water as far as what's public domain, what isn't. All works published before 1923 are public domain. However, there is some disagreement over who exactly owns or own the copyrights and whether the copyrights for the majority of Lovecraft's works published post-1923, including such pieces as At the Mountains of Madness and The Call of Cthulhu, have now expired.
Alright, so it's just something we'll have to look into.
Yeah, Lovecraft is one of those ones that we would have to come back to. I do love me some Lovecraft, even if he was super racist.
Yeah, stop short. I think that's mainly what we're going to do with some of the other ones.
If for things that are not in the public domain, yeah, we could do that. Let's scroll through some more comments real quick. Dan, Liz is a bit of a badass.
Liz is amazing.
Elizabeth is awesome.
Her mom that gives hidden paws is that she's beneath him. Pretty pathetic, but I think that may have been the point. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the point of the whole thing, is to show the shallowness
of Darcy.
Yeah,
of everyone.
Yeah, I was gonna say, not just Darcy. Elizabeth's the only one that isn't quite so shallow.
Yeah, Jane, I don't think is either.
Really haven't gotten much of Jane.
Yeah, fair enough.
Not yet. I mean, you know better. You've read it, but I mean, she got sick.
I think Jane is just supposed to be very just sweet and good-natured,
Yeah.
Maddie said that the only thing that she didn't like about the last episode of House of the Dragon was that they didn't bother showing the fight between Kragus Crabfeeder and Daemon.
Thank you! That was my biggest issue, too.
I don't know, though. I mean...
they're saying up he's gonna go back into the cave. I was expecting him to have, these traps, and Daemon was gonna have to, fight his way in or something. No. Just He's gonna disappear in the cave and come back 5 minutes later with half of crab feeder.
I didn't mind it because Kragus Crab Feeder very much gave up the vibes of he's this kind of fighter, not this kind of fighter.
But that's why I thought he's retreating, so he's gonna have like, traps. It's gonna be like some crazy, weird, psychotic maze that he's gonna put him through.
Maybe.
I guess I was expecting
more
than I should have. That's all.
I don't know. I didn't mind it. I could see why it was deflating. It just wasn't for me. But I could see why other people feel that way.
Yeah, I guess you had the whole beginning part, which was badass with Damon just cutting his way through this army. Mm-hmm. But it missed that, that cherry on top.
That was a little plot armory.
You built it up, and then you couldn't hit the climax.
I was more nitpicky about the fact, not that we didn't get some confrontation between Crab Feeder and Damon. That didn't bother me as much as the thing that annoyed me more was the fact that Damon ran through this entire battlefield and not one of those fucking arrows could hit him.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
That was what bugged me.
Medieval stormtroopers
Yeah,
up here.
that was what bugged me about it. It wasn't the Crab Feeder thing didn't bother me.
This is proof that Westeros is in the same galaxy as Star Wars.
Fair enough. Whew. Alright, let's see.
Love to listen to your readings. Thank you. The readings will be back up on another channel.
Lindsay's having withdrawal symptoms. How come there are other HP audios on YouTube and they're not half, nay, even a quarter as good as yours? I just don't understand. We don't understand either, Lindsay. We are still trying to navigate providing these audiobooks to everyone, so...
Again, just to answer that question, it's not that some of their audiobooks may have been taken down. Their channel just didn't get taken down. Only a few of our videos got taken down. We just didn't want to take that last strike and get our whole channel taken down.
I'm just going to check on the mans and see if you want about to say that.
Looking for the next chapter. Oh, yeah. I already responded to that. I think we're getting back down to, a lot of these comments are going to be concerning the takedown and all that. Galaxy Studios 2, hello. That's true too, Dan. But I did hear that one channel got completely wiped out, and that was them. They got permission to read the Harry Potter books. It was Mrs. Smith's Story Time or something like that. We had a couple of our viewers who said that they came to us after those got taken down. So I'm personally convinced it's just Warner Brothers kind of looked the other way for the longest time, but we all know that they're kind of in financial trouble now, and I think they're just cracking down on all their assets and making sure they can condense all their revenue streams. That's my theory. Which, like I said, not mad at them. That's fair. It is their stuff.
I just wanted to get demands for a little bit. Oh.
Well, I know all the videos are up because I pulled them to download them, so I don't know why these people are having trouble finding it. But I did upload the audio only of 81 at this point, so there's that. Oh, Dan, look away.
I can hold him down here. if that's better.
Yeah, Dan, that's kind of what we're going to be doing. We're just going to create a second channel where we re-upload them.
So, Dragon Fruit said that they posted a Sorting Hat poem for the both of us on our What Happened to All the Videos post. Hope you were able to see it.
Oh, okay.
Hannah said that she loves him. He's beautiful. The man's.
He is. He's perfect.
He's very handsome. He's a nice boy. I do think he's going to be...
refresh this real quick. See if that came up.
I do think he is going to be going into a shed sometime soon. Because I know that there are some other people who also are not into snakes. So I'll just keep the mans over here.
Not loading up our posts for some reason. Well, let me go back here to do it the long way.
That would be the one, wouldn't it? There you go. So who is it from?
Oh, a lot of lovely comments.
I know.
Really, guys, thank you for the support.
So many people who were so lovely about all of this. It's all right, Mr. Means. It's funny.
Do you mean on the Discord? I forgot we had a post on the Discord.
It might have been on the Discord. Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Well, it's the same thing. It's all about copyright.
Mm-hmm. That's why I think really the best thing we can do right now is just kind of make a throwaway channel and put it up.
See how it goes.
Yeah. Just so you guys can get it, and then, we'll figure out how to get an audiobook up.
Right.
Oh, it's not showing up, Dragon.
I'm just sitting here holding a snake.
Maybe it's a problem on YouTube. We'll wait a little bit. We'll come back to it, and we'll check it. I just don't see it right now. Oh, regular streams? Yeah, definitely. We've thought about it. Expanding to like Spotify and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. We have it discussed. There is potential there.
That's true, Dan. Could do that too. I mean, if we get taken down way too fast with the whole second channel, then we'll definitely do something like that. But yeah. Right now, biggest thing slowing us down is just YouTube's bandwidth restrictions. And about the extending the platform thing, it's just a matter of time, really. We both work full-time jobs. We have a child, so we really don't get a lot of time to work on stuff. We get a few hours to stream, and then I get maybe an hour or two to edit at best at night to edit. Yeah. So that's all it is.
Well, sorry, Mr. Mia.
Definitely want to expand the platform. It's just
finding the time and all that. Yeah.
Getting into a groove, really. Which we started to, and then things kind of got shuffled around. So right now we're just kind of finishing up what we already had going on, and then we're working on, obviously, Pride and Prejudice, and we're going to start doing more stuff with the live streams. We might do some readings. She wanted to do more stuff with like characters, both in Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, maybe Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, why not?
That's all you though.
All right,
I like Lord of the Rings, but I am not that knowledgeable when it comes to like the deep stuff on Lord of the Rings.
Fair enough. One day YouTube could be our full-time job.
That would be awesome.
It would be great. We would love it. We would love it if YouTube was our full-time job. Oh my god, the amount of content you guys would get would be insane.
It would be awesome because there is a lot of content that we want to make, but because of how time consuming it is, it's like, well, we'll do it when we have more time. It's kind of been put off. But yeah, I don't know. Hey, if you want this to be our full-time job, just keep supporting us. Check out the videos, leave likes.
Yeah.
24/7. I'm down. Who needs sleep?
I'm down.
But mostly it's just on us. We just got to keep making the content and that people enjoy. Make sure you guys like it. So
maybe put some stuff up on Patreon to get some people to be patrons.
Well, we're gonna
also buy our merch.
That's true.
That also helps.
New design up now. Well, we were gonna do the Patreon book club.
Yep. We just haven't started it yet.
I think we said we were gonna try to start that in October.
Yes.
Figure out what book. We were thinking about Percy Jackson books. So basically, how we wanted to do it was kind of everyone can be a part of it, but our Patreons get special access. So if you're a patron, what's going to happen is we'll choose the book and everything. We'll read it, and then we're going to have a Discord server where our patrons can come in and discuss it with us right there live. And we'll also kind of we'll record it, post up the discussion afterwards. And obviously, if you don't want like your username included or even your voice, we can cut you out of it, whatever. But that way, everyone can be a part of it, but the Patreons get to be a special part of it. That's what we've heard. The Percy Jackson books are very close to Harry Potter in the way they're written. And it's one of those series that has been recommended to us so many times that I really can't wait to read it. You okay?
I'm looking at Mans.
Oh, okay. Oh, is he getting ready to shed?
I think he's definitely starting to.
Oh, okay. He's a growing boy.
I feel like his one eye is starting to get a little cloudy. And there's just some spots on his face that look like they're starting to...
Let's see, we'll go back down. Where did we leave off? Skip that, because that's a lot of, It
was a lot.
The PJs? Oh, Percy Jackson series. Yeah, that's kind of why we put it off for a while. It's just because, I don't know. I feel like after we get through a few, it'd be better, but yeah, they're definitely young adults.
Do you think I should put the Mans back?
If you want to. Are your arms getting tired?
No, but I don't want to overwhelm the Mans either.
That's fair. that is up to you.
I just want the mans to be comfortable with me picking him up. I'm holding the mans.
Well, I will hold off on these other comments until you put it back then.
Doing? What are you doing? Oh, I thought he was going to start wiggle worming. Oh, am I squishing you? I want to squish you.
I mean, going back to all the young dudes, I 100% agree that it has to be devastating for Remus. And it is definitely like a big reason why I understand his decline into alcoholism.
Yeah.
And everything after that.
It just would have had more impact if we didn't get year 7.
Mm-hmm.
The snake's name is Jormungandr.
But we just call him Yormi. Because he's too small and cute to be the world serpent just yet. I think that's another reason why we really enjoy the Percy Jackson series, is we're both really into like mythology, both Greek and Norse.
What are you doing, Hanson? He don't know what he doing.
Nope.
Yes, Jormungandr is the world serpent in Norse mythology.
Thor's arch nemesis.
Yeah.
Yep, Melanie, it's actually spelt like... I think I spelled that right.
He needs some bunny ears next spring. Or winter. No judgies.
We'll get him a little stocking he can curl up in for Christmas.
Mona said yesterday she wants him to have a hat. She wants to get him a hat.
Okay. Should get him... We should find someone to knit him a little, like, person sock.
A little person.
So he can be like Nagini coming out of Batilda.
Ah! Oh my god, that would be great. Sounds like a name I would hear in Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is very heavily influenced by Norse mythology.
Mm-hmm.
There is a lot of things, if you read like the Silmarillion and stuff, there's a lot of Norse kind of stuff.
That's the thing about like everything with like nerd culture, like Lord of the Rings, Dungeons and Dragons, orcs, elves, all of that came from Norse mythology.
Yep.
Trolls.
Yep.
Well, frost trolls, frost giants. Like once you get into Norse mythology, you see like everything in fantasy is taken from Norse mythology. They came up with it first.
Yep. Why would you relate this snake with the world on a turtle's back in some Native American mythology?
Yes. The snake doesn't necessarily support the world, but it kind of encapsulates it. Yeah, so. Yeah, I would. Think they're close enough.
I was going to put him back, but he started to...
Be free.
Yeah. Now he's just doing wiggly boy things.
That's another thing. We can't read Neil Gaiman's, but we probably could read some Norse myths.
Yeah, whatever version is in the public domain.
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably could.
Because that would be really... There's some fantastic stories.
Oh
like
my God,
Thor's
yeah.
wedding day.
Oh my God, yeah.
Like it's just so many of them are not only awesome, but they're just funny.
Look at. Oh, you missed it.
Hey, Soup, welcome. Aw, what a cutie. Oh, Soup, we actually read your comment, and we are so happy to have you as a fan. And we will definitely let you know as soon as we get the videos re-uploaded. Because the plan is that we're going to create a second channel and re-upload them there, so that if Warner Brothers decides to hit us with a copyright or whatever and take it down, they can take down that channel all day. Absolutely, man, no problem.
Yeah, he's definitely starting to do a shed. There's a little patch right there. You can see his, like, right?
Oh, yeah, there's a couple scales coming up.
Yep. All right, Mr. Means. I'll let you go.
No. Not every Norse story has a tragic ending.
No, some of them are pretty funny.
Some of them are just hilarious. It's actually great.
Some Norse myths are like the funniest things I've ever read.
I think that's why I find Norse mythology just so entertaining.
The birth of poetry?
Yeah.
The mead of poetry is so funny. It's so good.
I think most stories usually end with, and then Thor came back, grabbed his hammer, and killed everyone.
Yeah, that happens a lot. Or it ends with Loki saying, "My bad."
That's true. Some of the more famous ones do, yeah, like Ragnarok, definitely. Ragnarok's the big one with a pretty tragic ending. Oh, and Beowulf.
Beowulf's not Norse.
What is it?
Early English.
Oh, Beowulf's early English?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, there's definitely gonna be some Norse mythology in the public domain. Actually, I'm gonna look it up real quick. Because that would be absolutely fun to read. I'd love to do that. Odin's reward, Tyr and the Wolf, Freya's necklace, the hammer of Thor. Oh, awesome. So yeah, a lot of good ones are in the public domain. Yeah. Balder.
Balder.
You gotta have Balder. A gift from Frigga. How Thor lost his hammer.
I think that's a good one too. I just don't remember it all the way. Sorry, I keep getting up. I apologize.
Oh, yes. I forgot. The hammer of Thor is when Freya loses her hair. Alright, so I think we're going to do some Norse mythology. She wakes up and her hair is gone. No spoilers. Yeah, it is. Freya is Thor's wife. Oh, Sif. Sorry. That's right.
Freya has a cat chariot.
That's right. Freya has a cat chariot. Thor has goats that revive every day.
Yeah. Freya has the necklace of the Brisings. Whatever it is.
Loki gives us a copyright strike. Frigg. Frigga is mom. Freya is who's Freya? Because Frigg is the mother. Freya is the mother of Balder.
No, I don't think so.
No? I thought she went around to everyone.
I don't think Freya has... No, I don't think so.
Norse mythology, the son of the chief god Odin and his wife Frigg. Okay, no, yeah. Frigg is also the mother of...
Balder.
Yeah. I was getting my God of War lore mixed up because Freya is his mom in the game.
Well, that's not canon.
The second channel will be up basically as soon as we can get the videos downloaded. So we'll say maybe a couple of weeks because we have to download them, then re-upload them. Probably like
Lola.
I guess I could start uploading them pretty soon. Maybe we'll get the channel up and
Lola.
I'll start uploading them this week. It'll just be kind of, slow going. But we'll upload as much as we can.
I'm sorry I keep getting up.
Because I've kind of been waiting until I get all of them downloaded. Then I was just going to kind of upload them all at the same time. But we can do it little by little. Oh, absolutely, Galaxy. And I'm sure we mispronounce a lot of the names. Like, I think if you actually speak Icelandic, I think Thor is actually just Tor. You don't
do TH.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yes, I see that.
Did you really, though?
Yes,
Did you really see it?
But, yeah. Check it out.
Oh, Tyr and the Wolf. That's a great story.
Right.
Gadi, Boulder, Aegir's Feast.
A couple of these things.
The Punishment of Loki and the Twilight of the Gods. The most epic shit ever. The Story of the Beginning. Ah.
So
these are good ones.
Yeah, this seems like a complete collection. So
heck yeah. We should totally read these. I am so down to read these.
I mean, right now we're going to start spooky season, but
right.
It's on the table.
Yeah, we got to do spooky season. We got to do... I would also just be down to read some just poetry in general. Just saying.
I mean, Edgar Allan Poe. Edgar Allan Poems.
Why does it say I have no network connection? Why is it doing that to me?
Because I don't know.
I usually don't have a problem. I was trying to look up some stuff, but okay, never mind.
We got like 8 more minutes to the stream. Let's see if we got any more comments we can answer. Winter is a great time for Norse mythology.
It is. This is true.
And hey, I'm pretty sure the new God of War is going to be coming out soon too, so...
What timing?
Perfect time to get ready for your God of War Ragnarok if you're into gaming. I know I am. I can't wait for that game to come out. I actually pre-ordered the collector's edition because it looks so awesome. And I never, pre-order anything, let alone collector's editions. Can't wait to see my reaction to Darcy as we get further into the book.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah, me too. Me too, Alicia. Me too. Oh, Angela said, your reading is phenomenal as always. Someone else said, please read Wuthering Heights also. Oh, don't you worry. I will read the shit out of Wuthering Heights. Love to. Love that book.
Do I have to do it with you?
You've never read it.
I know. But it doesn't seem like a story I'd like.
Why not?
I don't know. It just does. Oh, I mean,
what is it about?
I'll take it back because I didn't think. I don't know. I never read it.
Okay. You didn't think you'd like Pride and Prejudice. Yet here you are, like, yeah, Mr. Bennett's great. This book is good.
It's not even Mr. Bennett. So far, it's Mr. Collins. I'm just like, oh my god.
Mr. Collins is just something else, isn't he? He is too much.
Ridiculous.
Mr. Collins is way too much. Can we read Little Women? Probably.
Hold on, I got you.
Yes, we could read Little Women. Oh my god, that's such a good story too. Love Little Women. Dan is like, no. Dan, what you got against these books, man? What's wrong with Little Women?
Just because we could doesn't mean we should.
What's wrong with it? Dan is like, oh, women like this book. I don't want to read it.
Oh. Again, I don't know what it's about. And I'm sorry, but I feel like it's The Notebook just put a bad taste in all men's mouths about, like...
Little Women, you don't even know what it's about.
No. But it just sounds really sappy and romantic.
It's not.
Okay. I'm in.
And Wuthering Heights is...
Is there violence?
There's not violence, but there is near death happens.
And I'm nearly excited.
Wuthering Heights is spooky. There's romance, but it's spooky.
I don't think we should read that for spooky season, though.
We're not reading it for spooky
Edgar Allan
season.
Poe. Or Dracula. Frankenstein.
Little Women is way ahead of its time. Absolutely. Little Women is such a good book. Joe is such a great character. Professor Bear, awesome. Yes, we will definitely read the Norse myths, but Little Women is good. I see what you're doing, Lola.
I think Norse myths would be... We could have some really good discussions about that. That would be awesome to read and discuss. But, yeah.
But I think... I'm not saying our next book should be Little Women. I think after Pride and Prejudice, maybe we should do something with a different flavor. Like The Three Musketeers or something. Just different.
No, I'm down.
But I'm saying Wuthering Heights, Little Women, those are definitely books that should be on the table because they're good books.
Yeah, I know. I'm just teasing. Like, I'm down.
The Christmas chapters are so good. Three Musketeers would be epic. Three Musketeers... The thing that I like about the Three Musketeers and the Four Musketeers, because if we read the Three Musketeers, then we have to read the Four Musketeers. They're adventure, they're fun, but they're fucking funny.
Mm-hmm.
They're so fucking funny. Oh my god. You want to watch the best adaptation of the Three Musketeers? Like, as far as movies go, the best adaptations of those books are the Michael York movies. There's the Three Musketeers and the Four Musketeers. Michael York plays D'Artagnan, and Charlton Heston plays Cardinal Richelieu. Fucking hilarious.
Is that a case of the show is better than the book?
I can't say because I've watched the movies more than once, and I've only read the books one time. I just know that they're really, really funny. Like, the true story is really, really funny.
Oh, anything with Tim Curry's great.
Yes, Tim Curry. Oh my God, yes, Tim Curry.
What happened to that guy?
He's actually like really old and sick.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But he's got like a lot of health problems. But somebody on Twitter posted something that said, "Pray for Tim Curry." So they just said something about Tim Curry being like really sick and whatever else, and then Tim Curry replied to it, said, "I'm old. I'm not fucking dead. Fuck off."
And this is why he's amazing.
We've got some Christmas ideas floating around. Don't worry.
We do? I mean, yeah, we do.
Yeah. Maybe of the Charles Dickens persuasion.
Oh, Christmas Carol?
Come on, we gotta read it.
I mean, yeah, at some point we do. God, I had to go watch that play every year with my grandpa when I was a kid.
I know, but if we read it, it'll be better.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm sure there's some other Christmas stuff out there.
Oh,
Blackbeard. Or Bluebeard. Do you mean?
Bluebeard.
You ever...
Blue Bear?
No, Bluebeard.
Oh, no.
He's a sicko.
Speaking of great actors, I did see that Brendan Fraser's new movie or show, The Whale. He was at the premiere, and like the whole audience gave him a standing ovation.
And he like cried.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which is nice and all, but what about Doom Patrol? The man was amazing in Doom Patrol. He is amazing.
Yeah, but The Whale is like a drama.
Oh, okay. Either way, love to see Brendan Fraser back.
Me too. It makes me happy in my soul. Oh, I did see somebody posted a meme that said, "No one is born bisexual. At some point in their life, they watch The Mummy and just get turned on by the entire cast." I get it. I understand that. I get it. I mean, I would be down to read Sherlock Holmes. I'd give it a shot. I've never read Sherlock Holmes, so that would be something totally new for me.
The 1993 film of The Three Musketeers. That's the one I remember. I used to watch all the time.
I don't remember that. Do you know a movie I remember? The Michael York version is great. Like, it's so good. But the movie that I remember watching most when I was a kid was The Man in the Iron Mask.
Yeah.
You ever watch that movie?
I watched
it's pretty much the
twice,
It's pretty much the Four Musketeers. Leo DiCaprio plays King Louis and the Man in the Iron Mask. And then Athos, Porthos, and Aramis are played by John Malkovich, Jeremy Irons, and Gerard Depardieu. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that man's name right. And then D'Artagnan is played by Gabriel Byrne. Oh my God, what a movie. I remember that movie so well. It's good, Dan. It is good. Leo has like ridiculously bad wigs. His wigs are terrible. Some of the wigs in this movie are really awful. But movie's good.
I mean, for me, when I was a kid, outside of like Disney films, the movie I watched the most, Jurassic Park.
Dan says that the Sherlock Holmes that he has read is hard to read, like harder than Moby Dick.
Why?
It's got to be the language. I never saw the Richard Chamberlain Man in the Iron Mask. I just remember the movie. But I know what you're talking about. Like, I know what the TV movie is. The only thing I really remember with Richard Chamberlain, and Melanie, tell me if you've seen this. The only thing I remember watching with Richard Chamberlain was Centennial. That's the only thing I've seen. I know what the Thornbirds is. I know what Shogun is. I just haven't seen them. Centennial is the only thing I've seen that guy in. You're lost. Sorry.
I'm just gonna sit here and nod and smile.
I've watched Centennial.
Yes,
I don't know
I
how
also
many times.
saw that. Yes. That actor is an actor. Yes.
Melanie, I gotta just tell you, as far as Centennial goes, Clay Basket, oh my god. When I was a kid, I thought Clay Basket was like the most beautiful woman I'd ever seen in my life. I just thought she was so gorgeous.
Oh, another movie I watched a lot as a kid, Secret Garden.
Never seen it.
No?
Nope.
I don't remember if it was good or not. I remember it being good, but I was also like 6 or 7, so there was a lot of stuff I watched at that age that I thought was great. It wasn't that great.
Melanie, I agree. I didn't care about Richard Chamberlain in Centennial. It was more about the other characters for sure. The other actors, definitely. He was just kind of there. But women were in love with him. Women were in love with Richard Chamberlain. They just thought he was the cat's pajamas, and I think it ended up being that like he was like closeted gay.
Oh, okay.
The Secret Garden. Isn't that right up there with Neverending Story?
I think so. I mean, I've watched the Neverending Story since then, and I really liked it still.
I can't watch.
I just didn't go back and watch.
Neverending Story traumatized me.
Oh, I skipped through that part.
Okay.
To this day, I still skip. Oh yeah, Hook with Robin Williams.
Gregory Harrison.
That's
I think
still a classic.
I'm gonna have to look it up now, Melanie.
Robin Williams was just a treasure. All of his movies, even the ones that weren't that great, like Flubber, were still great. What's your favorite Robin Williams movie?
My favorite Robin Williams movie?
Yeah. I think ours is the same, but I just want to see. Also, if...
Yes, wait, I wanted to look this up for Melanie first. Yes, Melanie, Gregory Harrison did play Levi's End. You are right.
Also, while you're on YouTube tonight, before you go to bed, and you want a good laugh, I recommend looking up Robin Williams on Whose Line Is It Anyways? That was the funniest episode of Whose Line.
I feel like my favorite Robin Williams movies... I really do like The Dead Poets Society.
It was good.
And Good Will Hunting is another one of my all-time favorites. I really love The Dead Poets Society so much.
Alright, so it kind of overlaps. I would say my favorite is Jumanji, but Good Will Hunting is
so
a strong
good.
contender.
So good. I love that movie so much. Good Will Hunting. Dead Poets Society.
Moscow on the Hudson? I haven't, but you're the movie buff, so...
If the channel is still around in 2034, can we read C.S. Lewis? Absolutely. We will totally read the Chronicles of Narnia. And you know what else? If we can read C.S. Lewis, we're totally going to read the Screw Tape letters, too. Do you know what the Screw Tape letters are? We will have that
all pre-recorded so that the second...
It's public domain.
Public domain.
Do you know what the Screw Tape letters are?
Nope.
C.S. Lewis wrote a series of letters they're basically from a young demon in training to his mentor, who is like a professional demon. And it's all about their correspondence on how to corrupt human beings and be a successful demon and lead them to sin.
Oh, okay.
That
sounds interesting.
They're great. They're great. Screw tape letter. Yeah, Hannah knows what I'm talking about. Like screw tape. They're very funny. They are very funny. He's like, my dear Mr. Blah, 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 blah. If you are to entice a human into doing X, Y, and Z, first you must blah, 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 blah. It's great. They're great. And when everyone thinks of C.S. Lewis, they think of Narnia, and no one really knows what those are. They're great.
Yes, Melanie. Yes. I'm pretty sure Carol Burnett was on there.
Oh my god, classic Carol Burnett is so funny. Melanie, I'm sure you have, the Carol Burnett show. Oh my god, the Carol Burnett show is so funny. You ever watch it? Or like segments of it?
Again, that might be something that I watched bits and pieces of, but I don't remember watching.
I watched it because my mom would like put it on. The Carol Burnett show was just like this series of skits with Carol Burnett and these two other guys. I can't think of their names. The guy from Blazing Saddles is in it. Headley Lamar. What's that guy's name? He's on the show. Harvey Korman and somebody else. But the Carol Burnett show is just these skits, and like there is an episode like when she like escapes from prison and she's got a bar of soap in her hand and she's like, it's a bar of soap. I made it out of a gun. But they would do these skits. Tim Conway. That's who I'm thinking of. Harvey Korman and Tim Conway. But they would do these skits that were ridiculous and very funny, but half of what made it so funny was that they could like barely keep themselves from laughing. Like you can see it on screen where they're just like trying not to laugh during the whole thing.
I love that.
It's so funny because they could barely keep. They even like do things where they're just like
in the golden age of
so good.
Like the golden age of Saturday Night Live, and like Chris Farley and everyone was on there
because they could barely keep it together. That's what makes it 10 times funnier. Yeah. The whole show is like that. They do a Gone with the Wind episode where you've seen Gone with the Wind, right?
Yeah.
You know how she like makes the dress out of her curtains? Mm-hmm. There's Carol Burnett comes like down the stairs and she's got the curtain dress, but the fucking curtain rod is like running all the way across her shoulders. And it's still attached and she's just like walking down the stairs. And the two dudes are looking at her and they're just like trying not to laugh their asses off the whole time. Oh my god. It's so funny. So funny.
8 out of 10 cats? No, I don't think we get that because I've never heard of that.
What is that? Went with the wind. Yes. Melanie, if you are 65, I am 31. So we are almost. I am almost you cut in half in age.
Man, I'm a baby. I'm only 30.
Oh, shut up. Shut up. 8 out of 10 cats. It's on YouTube right now. 8 out of 10 cats.
Oh, really? I mean, if it's anything like Black Books, I'm sure we're going to love it. That was a great show. I need to watch the whole thing because I only saw
what I watched.
Yeah.
Oh, Black Books was so good. It's a show. 8 out of 10 cats does countdown.
Is it like a channel or
it's a show, I guess.
Oh, okay. Well, that's something we'll have to check out.
Maybe I'll start watching it while it's a British comedy series. Panel show. Comedy.
Oh, is it kind of like a British Whose Line Is It Anyways?
Well, the original host of Whose Line Is It Anyway was British. Isn't Whose Line originally a British show?
I'm not cultured enough to know that.
I thought it was.
Left with the breeze, departed with the draft.
Yes. The host was British. The original host was British. Maybe that's why I'm thinking it was a British show to start.
Oh, okay.
Started in 1988 in England, but I don't know.
So Countdown is a daytime quiz show for old people who make the words out of letters. So it's kind of like old people playing Boggle.
Oh, I know what Countdown is. I didn't know what 8 out of 10 cats count. Oh, I see. Okay. I got you. Okay, 8 out of 10 okay, I know what Countdown is. Because I have listened to enough secretly recorded Boyfriend and watched enough Love Island to know what Countdown is. So I know what that show is. So 8 out of 10 cats
I don't think you
is them making fun of the show.
I don't think you admit how much Love Island you watch.
A lot. I have seen a lot
know.
of Love Island. Yes, I know what Countdown is. I have never watched it, but I do know what it is. Okay. So I feel like I have to watch Countdown first to then watch 8 out of 10 cats so that I can
I'll take my chances just watching 8 out of 10 cats. That's fine.
I feel like I have
to
watch.
If I don't get something, I'll look it up.
Alright, fair enough. Departed with the draft. Could have double meaning. Yes, it could. Yes, it could. I'm not... If you want a funny parody, watch Starvation Games. It's a parody of Hunger Games, but rated R. I don't know enough about the Hunger Games to understand the jokes, because I've never read them nor watched the movies, so I wouldn't understand.
I watched the first movie. I think I watched some of the second.
I have no experience.
I can't remember if I watched this. I can't remember if it was the second Hunger Games or if it was like Divergent or something.
Jilly West, I also know what EastEnders is and Coronation Street.
You sure you're from the U.S.?
I'm just saying, I know what they are. Coronation Street and EastEnders. I've heard a lot about that. Oh no! Not saying I'm going to watch them. Just saying I know what they are. That's all I'm gonna say. And that, wait, one more thing. Some people enjoy watching snooker on TV. But that seems rather silly of a thing to watch. It is a weird movie. Starvation Games.
Oh, Harry Potter shows up in it?
Keeping Up Appearances. Yep, I've heard of that one too. Yep, Keeping Up Appearances. You know what, guys? When I used to get BBC America, okay? This is not... I didn't watch them, but when we used to get BBC America, okay, we used to get Keeping Up Appearances, EastEnders, Coronation Street, Monty Python.
Oh, yeah.
Monty Python, just the show and the movies. Let's see. Absolutely Fabulous, which I loved. I loved Absolutely Fabulous. Black Books was on. Red Dwarf might have been on. I'm not sure. I didn't watch it, though. Changing Rooms. There was a show about where they would come in and do your garden for you, but it was like a surprise. Ground Force? I think it was called Ground Force. Where it was like these guys would come in.
Oh, I watched that, yeah. They like redo your back garden.
Yeah, yeah, they did. And it was like 3 guys. It was the head guy, the girl who picked out the plants, and then Tommy was the guy who did like all the hard work.
It was that show where I got the like stereotype that it just always rains in the UK. Because every episode that they were there,
Charlie Dimmick, yes, that's his name. It was always rainy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was in every episode of that.
Yeah. I'm making her day. She knows what I'm talking about. All these British shows I used to watch.
I watched the Great British Baking Show.
We are watching the Great British Bake Off.
Bake Off, yes.
The
American version is called the Baking Show.
Well, is that even worth watching?
No, wait, the UK is the baking.
No,
it's one or the other.
The UK show is the Great British Bake Off.
Okay. And just saying, Mary Berry was better. No offense.
I miss Mary Berry.
I do too.
No offense to Prue. She's fine. It's just not the same. And I like Noel Fielding, but I do miss the 2 girls.
Yeah.
Although the dynamic he has going on right now with the new guy is pretty good.
Yeah.
It's better than him and Sandy.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Sandy started to grow on me.
She did, and then she just left. That being said, though, I think it's about time.
Yeah, that's true. It is getting late.
I'm getting hungry. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, no worries. I have to get up in the morning, so I actually have to go in the office.
I don't, but he has to get up. I get to sleep late.
So this was a really fun stream, just kind of BSing about whatever.
Yeah, this was nice to just sit and chit chat. Just clarification: I've never watched Doctor Who at all. I have seen maybe a few episodes of Doctor Who here and there. I saw a David Tennant episode. I saw a Matt Smith episode. I saw a Christopher Eccleston episode all the way back from season 1 or whatever. So I have no feelings about Doctor Who, about who is the best Doctor Who, although I do think Matt Smith is the best Daemon Targaryen.
We got it. We got it.
Okay. Just saying.
So yeah, on that note, we'll be back again next Thursday.
Yeah, we can't stream on Saturdays anymore, can we? We could stream Saturday.
Next Saturday. But we're going to be back next Thursday. We don't have to wait till next Saturday.
No, I know.
So next Thursday. And we'll...
I know, but I thought about Saturday, and I was like, oh, wait, we can stream on Saturday, too.
Yeah.
My brain was just going faster than my mouth.
Okay. And we'll start reading our spooky book, probably. So far, it seems like Edgar Allan Poe is winning. But if you want to leave a comment on any other suggestions for a good...
spooky season
thing to
book, read,
let us know.
He is the only Daemon Targaryen we need, Tom. We don't need another one. He is literally perfect the way he is.
He doesn't get a new actor halfway through the season?
No.
Okay. Just curious.
Thank God. We don't need another one. He's perfect the way he is. Maddie agrees. He's perfect.
Except for the wig, apparently.
The wig makes it. If he didn't have the wig, I wouldn't be into it. Blood of the dragon. Arr.
On that note, was there anything else you wanted to add before we end the stream?
Blood of the dragon.
All right. Then on that note, everyone have a good night. Take care. Stay safe.
See you all Thursday.
We'll see you Thursday.